Hi, my name is Sasha. hmm
Yeah. And tell me a little bit about your background.
So I'm originally from New York City,
Hmm.
Brooklyn. I was born over there, and I came here during COVID, right?
Hmm.
But originally I was over there in Brooklyn. I was in foster care, and then my mom got me back for a little while, and then when I was 18, I legally signed myself out. So I was
Wow.
living on my own for a while, and
When
then
when did you go into foster care?
I was about 8 years old, 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
hmm
Okay. Okay. And then you signed yourself out at 18.
At 18, yeah,
Wow. Cool. All right. So from 18 to
I've been on my own.
you've been on your own.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then what happened during COVID? You said that kind of brought you to Kansas City.
So during COVID, I was really nervous. They were really strict and stuff like that.
In New
And
York?
yeah, they were really
Hmm.
strict. And I just felt like it was real forced. Everything was happening too fast. And I met a person and I jumped into a relationship really quickly. And then they said in Missouri, they were from Missouri, and they said in Missouri there's a religious exemption form. So that what made me come here because I didn't want to be forced and nothing like that. And I wanted to have a chance to get to know what's going on.
Hmm. And tell me a little bit about your family life now.
Well, now it's just me and my boys. You
Hmm.
know, God is good. He gave me a home, a house. So I have a house, and it's
Oh.
just me and my three sons. And thank God,
And what's their ages?
15, 9, and 3.
1593.
And thank God, my mom, she left New York and she's staying with me now.
Mm.
God is good.
So it's five of you now together, and you
Uh-huh.
got your mom,
Yeah.
and you see that makes you feel a lot of emotion.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. So through your work with Colleen, and how did you find this class?
So originally, when I first got here, I was with a person, and we ended up having a really bad um, relationship, and we ended up separating. And when we ended up separating, I ended up relapsing and using drugs. And then I needed help. I asked God to help me, and He did. He pointed me to a outpatient drug program, and He pointed me to some people from a church that were really loving and kind, and they were the ones who encouraged me to go to outpatient. So in
Mm.
outpatient, I met my friend MJ, and she told me about this parenting class
Mm.
because it's transformational visitation.
Yeah, family transformations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
visitation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she introduced me to that, and then I started coming here to the meeting, to
Hmm.
this.
Yeah. So tell me about your experience in the class.
Well, it really like I was telling you, I feel like ignorance is bliss. You're trying to say when you're set in a certain way of thinking things, and you kind of like be hard on yourself, you think this is no way out, and then you start learning about trauma and how it works inside. So you start realizing you're not a failure or nothing like that.
What do you mean?
So like for a long time I blamed myself for my reactions, or I was like labeled crazy and stuff like that. And I try to suppress a lot of my childhood trauma. I try to, I had a lot of character defects. I was impulsive. I was very depressed. I was sad. And in the broader spectrum, they'll consider it bipolar or PTSD or depression. But I was really suppressing deeper things because I didn't know how to handle those things. You know what I'm
Hmm.
trying to say? So when I started coming here, started identifying like what is trauma, what is complex trauma, what does that look like? And it kind of like it's bittersweet because it showed me a lot, but it also ruined it because I see all the mistakes that I did. So like certain ways that I raised my older kids, I'm not raising my younger kid. Like I remember when I told you the story about my son, how he had hurt his finger, and then he came up to me crying, and I kissed his finger. He felt like it was all better, and then I realized with my older kids I wasn't like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just wondering the mom from 5 years ago when the hurt finger
Uh-huh.
versus the mom today. What's different with Enoch? I know you brought him to the class a couple times. You said you
Mm,
have a different response now. What is the response now
more
versus what it was?
patient. I
Okay.
want to learn. I want to be more understand. Like I think before I just thought it had to be a certain way. I was raised a certain way to respond a certain way, to act a certain way. And now I feel like I'm in a stage where I'm learning. I'm trying to be more understanding. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
Like that.
What is it through the class that you feel like you're connecting to the most?
Um, to the
Because you're pretty
people.
plugged in when we talk about the brain and the structure of the brain and trauma's impact on the brain. What is it that you're, syncing up with the most?
I just wanna I just wanna learn like about the brain and how things work. So that like I'm tired of being called crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I want to learn about it so that I could help myself, help my kids, and help others. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Your life, you've been called crazy.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of whack. Because, but then I realized, like, I'm not crazy. It's trauma. It's things that happen in life and how to cope with it. And it's not just only identifying it, but we're finding solutions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just learning, okay, this is what happened to you. And, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to grieve. So for a long time, I felt like I was angry. But then I realized that it wasn't anger. It was actually hurt. And you taught me that I saw hurt as weakness. So that's why I was always angry. You know what I'm trying to say? So now as I'm learning and I'm healing my inner child, I'm looking at my children with more compassion. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that.
Healing others through healing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you notice about that?
That I feel like I have a long way to go, but I'm eager to climb. It's like a mountain. It's like I see a giant mountain and I'm not even halfway there, but I'm like, I'm going to climb this mountain. Like, I'm determined.
Yeah, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder, as you do that, do you feel the strength? Like, you feel a sense of strength in your like, part of you feels overwhelmed, but also another part, like 80% feels like, I got this.
Because like you was talking about, like, the difference between grit and grace, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. So I know I have grit, but I have to learn how to walk in grace. And we can't have grace, like you told us today, without having like empathy and building connections and having one another. Like, I don't have to do this alone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even though I feel like I have to climb this mountain, I know I have God's help, and I know He put people in my life who are in the line with me, with the rope with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm all right.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad you come. Anything else you want to say?
No, I just feel that, like, I wish that more people were aware of these things. Like, I thank God for what He's doing, because, like, even I feel like this is a divine appointment, knowing my friend MJ, and then our sister Colleen, who does the transformational visitation, and seeing all you guys work together in your story, like you guys being open and honest and willing. It's like, it's inspiring, and it feels like I'm not alone. And then when we start realizing how many people are struggling with trauma, it just inspires me for us to get help so we can help others. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people hurting in secret. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, it shouldn't be that black and white, how it's been for so many years. Like, oh, you're bipolar, or like you're ADHD, or like when our sisters shared, like, give them pills or lock them in the psych ward. Or, like, there's a way. Like, I want people to understand there is a way, and this stuff really works. You know what I'm trying to say? And we don't have to continue in the old patterns. Like, we have to break patterns, and it has to begin with us. And it's going to be hard, but it's doable. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, I'm just eager to learn, and I just pray that my mind remembers all this stuff. And that's it.
Oh, well. All right. Good. Well, thank you.
Thank you.